Hi, in this class, we would like to discuss important diagrams, okay, especially for your exam purpose. Uh, we have to see chapter wise. First chapter, that is chemical reaction and equations. So, in this chapter, this diagram is very important, that is electrolysis of water. Parts are labeled here, okay. This is very important. Plastic mug, hydrogen, test tube, water, rubber stopper, battery, okay. And second one in the chapter 2, that is acids and bases and salts. This diagram is very important. That is a reaction of zinc granules with dilute sulfuric acid and testing hydrogen gas by burning. So you have to draw the diagram correctly and label the parts like delivery tube, that is stand, test tube, hydrogen gas bubbles, a candle, like this, okay. And in the chapter 3, that is acids, so same chapter, acids, bases and salts. Acid solution in water conducts electricity. So this diagram is very important. So first of all of you see the diagram. 6-volt battery is there, and bulb, switch, beaker, and dilute HCl solution in the beaker. Rubber cork is there. Okay, you have to practice. Yes, very important, very important. Okay, you have to keep remember all these, and you have to practice whole night. Okay, and next one in the chapter 3, the metals and non-metals, action of steam on a metal. This diagram is very important. You have to label the parts. Cork is there, metal sample, and delivery tube, hydrogen gas. So you have to label all these parts. And in that chapter, another diagram, that is testing the conductivity of a salt solution. So here, bulb, switch, beaker, graphite rod, salt solution, and as it is a cathode and anode, okay. And in the same chapter, electrolytic refining of copper. This diagram is also important. So you have to see the picture correctly. Anode is there, cathode is there, and acidified copper sulfate solution. Anode and cathode rods, they are dipped into the copper sulfate solution, and end part of this beaker, impurities are stored. Next one in the chapter 6, life processes, open and closed stomatal pore. You have to keep remember these two diagrams. Okay, open and closed stomatal pore. Chloroplast is there and guard cells. And in the chapter 6, life processes, human alimentary canal, and see stomach is there, small intestine, large intestine, pancreas, diaphragm, mouth, esophagus. You have to label all these parts. Okay, and this is also very important. And in the chapter 6 also, uh, human heart. Human heart. Uh, that is a schematic representation of human heart. Here also left atrium, right atrium is there, and left ventricle, septum, right ventricle is there. So you have to label all those parts. And in that chapter, excretory system in human beings is there. You keep remember this diagram also. Aorta, left ureter, vena cava, urethra, urinary bladder. Okay. And structure of a nephron. This is also very important task aspect is there. So you have to label all those parts. Glomerulus is there, and collecting duct, capillaries. Okay, you have to label all these parts. And neuron is also very important. Structure of a neuron, cell body, axon, dendrite, nerve ending, nucleus is there. So this is also very important diagram for your exam purpose. And next, human brain. Hypothalamus is there, spinal cord, medulla oblongata, and cerebellum, midbrain. Cranium is there, that is skull, forebrain, and pituitary gland is there. And pons, especially pons, okay? Cerebellum is there here, cerebellum. And in the chapter electricity, you have to keep remember schematic diagram of an electric circuit comprising cell, electric bulb, ammeter, and plug key. Okay. And you have to keep remember some components and their symbols, like an electric cell. Keep remember this symbol, a wire joint, electric bulb symbol, okay, and resistance symbol, voltmeter symbol, ammeter symbol. Okay, I am showing here. And in the same chapter, you have to keep remember this circuit diagram, electric circuit diagram, for studying Ohm's law. Okay. And also registers in series. And another thing is resistors in parallel. And in the magnetic effect of electric current, you have to keep remember a pattern of concentric circles indicating the field lines of a magnetic field around a straight conducting wire. Next, same as it is in magnetic effect of electric current, that is a simple electric motor diagram, and as well as illustration of the principle of electric generator, 2D or 3D. And in the chapter 8, that is how do organisms reproduce, you have to keep remember longitudinal section of a flower. So you have to label all those parts, like ovary is there, petals, and filament is there, stigma is there. So you have to label all those parts. And next one is in the same chapter, you have to keep remember germination. And you have to practice, okay, ray diagrams. Okay, position, size, and nature of image formed by a convex lens and same concave lens also. and the human eye and the colorful world. In this chapter, you have to keep myopic eye and correction for myopia. So you have to keep remember all these diagrams, related diagrams, and same as it is recombination of the spectrum of white light, schematic diagram of a biogas plant. Okay, so these are the very important diagrams, especially for your exam purpose, especially for your tomorrow exam purpose. So keep remember, and you have to practice all these diagrams. All the best for your exams. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us.